Trigger warning, I'm going to be talking about death and motorcycle slash SUV wrecks. If you don't want to hear about it, please keep scrolling. You're not going to offend me. I was just scrolling TikTok and a lady who does autopsies for a living came up on my FYP, and she was listing off a bunch of things that she would never do, and having a motorcycle was one of them. And it just brought me back to this time when me and my husband pulled up on a motorcycle slash SUV wreck on the 4th of July a couple years ago. So basically we were heading to a town over for some festivities, and as we were coming down the main highway, we noticed that there was a white SUV in the middle of the road. You could tell that it wasn't waiting to go. It was at a weird angle and it was just kind of sitting there. So as we were going to pass it, on the other side of this SUV was a balled up motorcycle on the ground, a ginormous dent in the side of this SUV, and person on the ground. Me and Zach, my husband, we started panicking. There were no police officers there. There was no ambulance there yet. We literally pulled up right after it happened. So we jump over onto the side of the road, kind of far up to where our kids wouldn't be able to turn around in their car seats. And Zach jumps out of my car and goes running for that SUV because he was like, oh my God, there might be people in it. I get out of my car and I'm standing there and I'm just looking, and I see this person on the ground. I watch a lot of true crime, but absolutely nothing prepares you for seeing some shit like that in real life. When I tell you that motorcycle did not look like a motorcycle, it was a ball of metal. But Zach gets up there to it, sees this right below, goes around to the other side of the SUV, and it is an entire family. So he starts helping them out of the vehicle. They didn't even know what had hit them because their airbags had went off, and all the windows on that side of the vehicle were dark, thank God, because there were children in the car. They were all safe, thankfully, but he got them all out and he directed them kind of over towards the side of the road where somebody else was standing there to stay there with them, and kept the children from seeing what was on the other side of that car. And then afterwards, him and a couple other people were helping kind of direct traffic until actual help got there. This poor motorcyclist didn't even have a chance. He was DOI, dead on impact. Thankfully, he was dead on impact. But after seeing all of that, I know that my husband still deals with that. I'm very proud of him for running up there to that vehicle and helping that family, but it still sits with us every 4th of July now. We do not go to that part of town for the 4th of July anymore. We got invited this past year and we opted not to, because every time we pass that spot, it just brings us back and it's not a good time. And if anybody brings up wanting to get a motorcycle around me, I understand that you can be safe with it, but that will probably traumatize me for the rest of my life. And we will never own a motorcycle. I will not let a motorcycle be owned by anybody in this vicinity. So yeah, that's the time that we pulled up on a really bad motorcycle wreck. I wouldn't wish seeing that shit on my worst enemy. I don't care how much true crime you watch. You're not prepared for that in person. And my heart still goes out to that family that lost their loved one, because I did find them on Facebook after it happened. It was all over the news. And he had a child that was probably about my son's age. So as a parent, that hit really hard as well.